Sports are getting bigger every day. It's a growing industry around the world, and it's showing no signs of stopping. In 2014, according to Forbes, the sports market in North America alone was worth $60.5 billion. That is expected to swell all the way to $73.5 billion come 2019. Whether you're a fan or not, sports can affect you in many different ways, such as taxpayer money is utilized all the time whenever new stadiums are being built. Rather than just have it privately funded, whenever it is assigned to a given city, that city's taxes will increase. Not by much, but it does affect those people's lives. You see marketing like billboards, things all over Coke cans, all over at McDonald's, commercials you see on TV. It's all over your life, whether you're a fan or not. From a young age, as you all should know in here, I've been very devoted to sports. I would watch it from 7 years old, and I would turn on ESPN in the morning, and I would never stop until I went to bed that night. This speech is to inform the listeners, that's you guys, of the importance and prevalence of sports in the business behind them in your lives today. This will be accomplished by the size of the industry that I have already explained to you and two of the industry's biggest events. First part is the size of the industry is massive, as I've already said. In just North America alone, like I said, at this point it's probably about $70 billion worth of an industry. That is both between marketing, things on the field, ticket sales, all sorts of things. To me as a fan, that means that to me as a fan, that just means that this industry, something that I've loved since I was a young kid, will not subside, and it will be there for as long as I can imagine. It means that something that I would like to do with my kids someday will be still be there for me and still be something that I can enjoy all the way probably until the day I die. The second part of this is there are two of the biggest events in the world. Once happens every year, once happens every 4 years. Those are the Super Bowl and the World Cup, respectively. In the Super Bowl, according to SportingNews.com, it was televised by NBC this year. This year, NBC received $5 million for every 30-second commercial spot that it sold during the Super Bowl. This is like, as a fan, affects me is the sense that I'm going to be watching the Super Bowl. People shell out a big amount of money just to make their Super Bowl commercials memorable. There are entire articles the next morning about which were the best Super Bowl commercials and which companies simply just didn't do as well. Also, pertaining to the World Cup, in 2011, Fox secured the English language broadcasting rights in the United States for both the 2018 and 2022 World Cups. This, to me, as a fan, represents that that it is a very robust industry, but it's also something that there's risks in the sports business world, such as I'm sure whenever Fox purchased these rights in 2011, that they were expecting that the United States was going to be in the World Cup. So since they didn't make it, Fox is now sitting here trying to come up with some way, and they're now supporting Mexico, saying that that's how they're going to get their money back in hopes that people will actually show up, watch, support the World Cup, all sorts of things like that. These figures are so high, but it's ridiculous because they have absolutely zero impact on what's actually transpiring on the field. It just further goes on to show that this is such a robust industry, and there's just no telling how crazy it could get. Like I said before, this is an ever-growing industry. It shows absolutely zero signs of slowing down, and there's what you call it, and it seems to me that it's just going to keep growing forever and ever.